Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. I was lucky enough to get a PlayStation 5 over the weekend, which sadly used most of my spare funds I had lying around. So I've got the great pleasure of owning a next-gen console with no games to play on it. Or at least that's what I thought. Turns out that with every PS5 console sold, it comes free with a game already installed into the console. And this game is called Astro's Playroom. So as much as I intended this to be a review of the game, I can hardly say I recommend or don't recommend it, as you can't necessarily buy the game itself, and everyone gets it anyways when they're buying a PS5. Astro's Playroom was commissioned by Sony in order to serve as an effective tech demo for the PS5's controller capabilities, showing off the HD rumble, the mic mechanics, motion sensors and trigger functions. But that fact in itself shouldn't take away from how much fun I had playing this game. Off the bat, it's probably easy to say it's very similar to the 3D Super Mario games, in its gameplay, in its polish and its enjoyment it brings to the player. This game is so goddamn cute, and if I'm correct, I believe that it serves as a successor to the PlayStation VR game Astrobot Rescue Mission, which was also developed by SIE Japan Studio and was a huge critical success for those that managed to play it. But the issue was that it was only available for VR players, and there's still not that many people that have access to the VR kit due to both its costs and just the preference of playing it. I know personally that VR just isn't really a thing for me, so it's quite nice to see what everyone was raving about 2 years ago and finally have a chance to play it myself now. You play as this little robot venturing through colourful and dynamic platforming levels, trying to find all the PlayStation artifacts that are to collect. This game is such a fantastic homage to the history of PlayStation. Each level is cleverly designed to represent a component that makes the console, and it's tied into the discovery of everything that was created beforehand in order for the PS5 to be where it is now. It's a simple game, but it's made fun and relaxing by learning and reminiscing on all the old Sony products while listening to some soothing music and getting stuck into some really simple yet polished gameplay. The game is littered, and I mean littered, with Easter eggs, from the home lobby continuing into every level. Little Astrobots are dotted everywhere in the game, and many representing a famous PlayStation game of the past. Each map allows you to detour into every corner to find all these different little Astrobots, pretending to be Crash Bandicoot or Dante from Devil May Cry, the Final Fantasy series. It's an insanely charming game with such great attention to detail. It becomes this personal mission to see if you can recognise each game that is being showcased when you find them. Every aspect of PlayStation is represented here, from having the trigger buttons be platforms, enemies throwing game discs at you, and you can just do little nifty things like riding on surfboards, waving and interacting with different pals, and getting tens of robot buddies to follow you around in circles. There's so many little things in here that you just can't help but grin at it. And tech demo or not, that's a great quality to have in a game. Now I can't so much as recommend you buying this game, but I can at the very least make an effort to appreciate good craft when I see it. And Astro's Playroom sets a great example for what future titles could bring to the table in the brand new PS5. There's only 4 worlds to explore, and I would personally love to see a full fleshed out sequel, released with more designs and more great platforming. If the VR game in 2008 was of similar quality, then it's not surprising to me that it received such great reviews. I suppose my recommendation would be that if or when you pick up the PlayStation 5, don't put Astro's Playroom into the back shelf to be ignored. It's definitely worth spending some time on it, because I'd be surprised if this game doesn't at least give you a smirk or two. For me, it had me smiling more than most other games I've played all year, and it's things like that I just want to see more of. But that's it for me today here guys, thank you so much for listening. Let me know if you're lucky enough to get PS5 already, or if you're still having trouble trying to find some online to order. Fingers crossed when I get a bit more spare cash in the bank, I can pick up some of the new release titles such as the Spider-Man Miles Morales game. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy playing my PS4 titles in a much faster console. And as always, stay tuned if you want to see more reviews on movies, anime and video games. Until next time guys, take care, bye bye.